bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
North Alabama is full of adventure. If you love food, we've got it. If you love festivals, we've got them. If you love the outdoors, we've got plenty of places to explore. Whatever you love, we're sure to have something for you. For all things North Alabama, check out northalabama.org.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated, chili lime glory, and you can snap up 2 of them for $6, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get 2 legendary pork chop grillers for just $6, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
With a house surrounded by pine trees planted in 1961, April and I knew it was time to do something about it. So we called James Paul. With over 25 years in the business, James Paul Tree Service offers their knowledge and experience, along with honesty and dependability, which gives you peace of mind when it comes to tree removal, tree cleanup, and clearing. Give James Paul a call at 256-777-0711.
Before they fall, give James Paul a call.
Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week, with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air,
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
Hey everybody, this is Darryl Worley, and you're listening to The Mark White Show. Hey, step up and make a difference like he does.
Hey y'all, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and you can make a huge difference in somebody's life. You just may not have figured out how yet, and that's why you're listening to The Mark White Show.
Hi, this is Maggie Peterson. I played Charlene Darling on The Andy Griffith Show, and you are listening to The Mark White Show.
Hi folks, this is Ricky Skaggs, and you're listening to The Mark White Show.
Hello, I'm Gene Stallings, and this is The Mark White Show. Get off the sideline and get involved and make a difference in your community.
You are listening to The Mark White Show. My daddy is your host, Mark White.
Welcome to another edition of The Mark White Show, and I'm going to take you to Russellville, Alabama, where we're going to be talking to Kerry Gilbert, and we're talking about a special event that's coming up at the Roxy on Saturday, November 13th at 7 p.m. And guess who is going to be there? And his name is Darryl Worley. He intros my show every single show, and I appreciate Darryl Worley and his support of the Mark White Show, and I'm glad that Kerry Gilbert with the KGB is on the Mark White Show right now to share about this special event that's coming up. Welcome to the Mark White Show, Kerry Gilbert.
Thank you, Mark. It's always a pleasure to be on the show with you, and I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. It's an honor. We are so excited about this one show that's coming Saturday at the Roxy Theatre, Historic Roxy Theatre in downtown Russellville.
All the events that people have participated in, all the times that you've had this event, and I know it's been well supported in the Russellville area, and to hear that someone is traveling all the way from Indiana to come to Russellville, Alabama to be at the Roxy Theatre on the 13th, that's pretty amazing, my friend.
It amazes me, surely. A lady messaged and asked, about how long Darryl was going to play and is there going to be an opening act. The answer is Darryl will be starting the show at 7 p.m. and doing an acoustic set for about 30 minutes and playing his hits. And then the KGB, my band, will come out on his last 3 songs and back him up, full band. And then we will take a 10-minute intermission, and then the KGB will come back out and play 45 minutes or so. She wanted to know the lineup, and I'm thrilled that we have folks from Indiana coming all the way to Russellville, Alabama, just to see Darryl Worley and the KGB. The doors will open at 6 p.m., Mark, and they can get tickets at the door, and we've kept the ticket prices the same as we always have now for 13 years. They're only $10 for adults, $5 for children, and if they're under 6 years old, the little bitty ones get in free. And so we wanted to keep those ticket prices the same to give everyone a chance to see a celebrity, and everyone surely could, afford $10 if they can go to Burger King and get a Whopper extra large combo for $10. You can't get anything for $10, but you can see a member of the Grand Ole Opry for $10 in Russellville, Alabama.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. And we're just glad to be on the show. The KGB is glad to be a part. Like I said, we've been there every month for 13 years. With the exception of the COVID months, we missed about 13 months there, 14 months last year. We've been there every second Saturday. However, I need to let everybody know, if you're planning to come to our Christmas show, it's going to be the first Saturday, December the 4th. I need to throw that in there too.
A few weeks ago, I was at the Lee Greenwood event at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and Darryl was part of that event. And there were thousands of people there in the Von Braun, as you can imagine, there to witness Lee Greenwood, Darryl Worley, among others, T. Graham Brown, Crystal Gale, people like that. It was an amazing event. And now here at a smaller venue, the Roxy, where it's more of an intimate setting than the Von Braun Center, to be able to enjoy Darryl Worley in an acoustic session there along with the KGB, that's a pretty special opportunity for people there in Russellville.
I think so. I hope that people will take it seriously and support it. The Arts Council makes the profits from this show, and they need our support. They have opened their doors at the Roxy for everyone to come and enjoy a family wholesome show, and to see a country music star like Worley. It's a great opportunity, and he is such a kind man, very approachable, very friendly, and I've known Darryl since around 2007, and he's just a great guy, and he may or may not, I'm not sure if he'll sell merch, but I'm sure he will talk to people out in the lobby, after the show.
How long has he been on the schedule for this? What caused you to think about Darryl and coming to Russellville?
Back in the early summer, my sound man, John Mraz, has done a lot of shows with Darryl through the years, mixing his shows and doing sound production for Darryl. And he suggested, why don't you call Darryl up? So I thought, well, that's a great idea. I think I will. So I called Darryl up back in May, about June, I believe it was. Without hesitation, Darryl said, sure, I'll be glad to come down and help you out, buddy. And I thought, well, great. He said, if I don't have a show booked with my band, he said, our tour dates are usually over about that time of the year. So about June, I came up with this idea, and he accepted it. And so I called him back a couple of months ago, or 6 weeks ago, and I asked him, was he still available? And he said, yes, he'll be here. So we put the pen to paper and put him on the schedule.
That is awesome. And I want to take a quick break, Kerry, if it's okay, and then we'll come back. And again, I want to share the details of this event. I also want you to share about the future event. You mentioned the Christmas event as well, so we'll talk some more about that, okay?
Sure. That'd be
All right.
great.
And even your own music. You sent me a song, and I want you to be able to talk about that too.
Okay, great.
All right.
That sounds good.
Folks, right now we're talking to Kerry Gilbert with the KGB down there in Russellville, Alabama. We're talking about a special event coming up November the 13th. In Russellville at the Roxy with Darryl Worley and the KGB. I hope you'll stick with us as I continue this conversation with Kerry Gilbert. You are listening to The Mark White Show, and I'm your host, Mark White.
Do something good today. A little wink, a pat on the back, a big old hug, a little laugh. We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Every day's a chance to change somebody else's life. Let's all do something good today.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated, chili lime glory, and you can snap up 2 of them for $6, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get 2 legendary pork chop grillers for just $6, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
North Alabama is full of adventure. If you love food, we've got it. If you love festivals, we've got them. If you love the outdoors, we've got plenty of places to explore. Whatever you love, we're sure to have something for you. For all things North Alabama, check out northalabama.org.
Experience the difference at Athens Bible School. The vision and purpose is to provide each student a quality education in a Christ-centered environment to develop the whole person spiritually, mentally, physically, and socially in safe and supportive surroundings. The solid biblical foundation permeates learning and culture in the classrooms and every extracurricular activity.
Thompson Roofing and Construction is a locally owned family business serving the North Alabama and Southern Tennessee area. They are a Better Business Bureau A+ member since 2011 and a GAF Master Elite contractor. Give them a call at 256-952-3309 or check them out on the web at 256roofing.com. They offer free inspections.
Thompson Roofing and Construction.
With over 25 years in the business, James Paul Tree Service offers their knowledge and experience, along with honesty and dependability, which gives you peace of mind when it comes to tree removal, tree cleanup, and clearing. Give James Paul a call at 256-777-0711.
Before they fall, give James Paul a call.
Mr. Cecil Batchelor is the one that started this business as Dependable Service Center. And even though now it's Green's Dependable Hardware and we're a True Value store, our tagline is still Your Dependable Service Center. We've tried to keep that alive for all these years. Mr. Batchelor really started a good business. We're really excited to be carrying on a long-standing tradition. It's the oldest retail store in the city of Russellville. We're Green's Dependable Hardware, 15220A Highway 43 in Russellville, Alabama. We're right behind McDonald's or right across the street from the hospital. Number is 256-331-0123.
Your Dependable Service Center.
Hi, I'm Crystal Gale, and you're listening to The Mark White Show. And one smile can make a difference. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Someone loves you, I do.
He drives into the city, works extra hard all day. He finishes up early so he can get away. 'Cause there's a blue-eyed kid on second base, wants dad to watch him play.
Welcome back to the Mark White Show. I'm glad to have this guest. He's been on a few times now, Mr. Kerry Gilbert with the KGB. Always glad to have Kerry Gilbert on the show with me to share about what's going on in their music world and now what's going on at the Roxy on the 13th. Welcome back to the Mark White Show, Kerry Gilbert.
Thank you, Mark. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. I first want to thank you and commend you for doing what you do. You really focus on good stories, good things happening in our area. You really do a wonderful job, and I commend you and I salute you, Mark, for that. But yes, we've got the big show coming up this Saturday, November the 13th, downtown Russellville at the Historic Roxy Theatre. Darryl Worley, country music star, and along with the KGB, will be playing, and live and in person, as they say. We will open the doors at 6 p.m. Folks probably would, if they have a debit card or something to use, I would recommend you going to get your tickets in advance. They're only $10 for adults, and they're available at eventbrite.com. That's BRITE, and advance tickets are available there. That will save you standing out on the sidewalk on the street there. And I'm sure a lot of people will be waiting in line to get tickets, and this would probably help things run smoother as they come through the line there through the front door of the Roxy, if you already had your confirmation ticket.
Of course, they can be there for Darryl Worley. They can also be there for a special Christmas event.
Yes, we have our Christmas show every year. This one will be December the 4th. That's 3 weeks, I believe, after this show with Darryl. We'll be doing Christmas songs. We will have a special guest. Robin Akers will be coming and playing Christmas selections. He's a fantastic piano player. And possibly, if he's able, I've got legendary songwriter Peanut Montgomery scheduled to be on the December 4th show. And so Peanut used to work and would tour with George Jones. He had 77 songs recorded by the old possum, George Jones. And he's had several hits recorded by Tammy Wynette, and really, really a great, wonderful, iconic legend, living legend here in the Shoals area.
Very cool indeed. And I want to make sure, Kerry, that I give you a chance to talk about a song you sent me. I know that it was written in 2013, if I'm correct, but I wanted to make sure that listeners heard about it. As a matter of fact, they're going to get to hear it on the show. So I wanted you to tell a little bit about this song.
The song is titled "You Can't Put a Price on That," and the KGB had went into the studio and recorded this song, and it was going to be on an all-original album. The song was co-written by Billy Lawson, and I don't know exactly what year he wrote the song, but it was prior to 2013. We recorded the song earlier that year, but around August of 2013, I found out I had cancer, so we had to stop the project, and we haven't got around to doing it yet. But the song is an incredible song, and the song talks about things that we can't put a price on that are worth more than money. The nervous smile on a 5-year-old about to swing the bat, a loved one's last heartbeat, your baby's first breath, the life of a soldier who's never coming back. No, you can't put a price on that. And then the most important verse is the last verse. What about a father who would send his only son to live down here with us, then die for everyone? Oh man, it touches me. I get choked up just talking the words. Anyway, it's a great song, Mark, and I'll let the folks hear it in its entirety. I choke up every time I sing the song, and it's just an incredibly well-written song, and I think people need to hear this. And there's nothing worth more than what Jesus did for man, giving his life. God gave his only begotten son to die on that cross for us, for our sins. That's the most important thing in this whole world, is to make sure we obey God and do his will and live daily so that we can all make heaven and take as many folks with us as we can. He has offered a plan of salvation that we should follow, and that's what life is about. God first, family second, and that's really what we ought to focus on.
And I hope that the KGB plays that song on Saturday, the 13th, and maybe people have an opportunity to hear it there live.
We are going to, Mark. We plan on playing that song Saturday.
Excellent. Kerry Gilbert, again, it's always a pleasure. I hope that those doors open wide and the people come in to support the Franklin County Arts Council, and that Darryl Worley has a huge audience there on Saturday, November the 13th, there at the Roxy in Russellville, Alabama, along with the KGB.
I hope so, Mark. I think folks will be in for a good time if they show up. And we're looking to have a large crowd. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Mark. I'm always available should you need me. You keep up the good work, buddy.
Folks, we've been talking to Kerry Gilbert with the KGB. Looking forward to this event Saturday, November 13th at the Roxy. Again, we're always glad to have Kerry Gilbert to join us, and I hope that you're looking forward to Darryl Worley coming to Russellville, Alabama, and that you'll be a part of this effort to raise money for the Franklin County Arts Council. What a great effort. What a great cause. Enjoy a night with your family. It's inexpensive, as Kerry announced. Here on the Mark White Show, we're recognizing difference makers and sharing their stories to encourage and inspire, and I hope that you're encouraged by this show. If you are, please share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors. Let them know about the Mark White Show and what we're doing to make a difference in our communities. Of course, I want you to follow The Mark White Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and subscribe to The Mark White Show podcast via Apple iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Blueberry, YouTube, and TuneIn Radio. You have been listening to another edition of The Mark White Show, and this is Mark White encouraging you to find your purpose by making a difference in someone's life today.
What's a promise worth that's kept right to the end? Words of wisdom from an older been their friend. A nervous smile on a 5-year-old about to swing the bat. You just can't put a price on that. What's a sunset worth if you've only got one left? A loved one's last heartbeat, or your baby's first breath. The life of a soldier who's never coming back. You just can't put a price on that. Lying here beside her, I realize that I am blessed with more than any man could need. And while I hold her, I feel her heartbeat, and I thank the Lord as I watch her sleep. She loves and prays for me. What about a father who would send his only son to live down here with us, then die for everyone? When I didn't have a prayer, he took up my slack. You just can't put a price on that. No, you can't put a price on that.
Located in Tuscumbia, Alabama, the Alabama Music Hall of Fame honors Alabama's music achievers. You can even go into the recording studio and try out your talents as a singer. That's the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, located at 617 Highway 72 West in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give them a call at 256-381-4417. Check them out on the web at alamhof.org. Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week, with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air,
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
Is it time for a haircut? Give my friend Philip Butler at Southwind Barbershop a call, located in Rogersville, Alabama. You can call him at 256-247-5658. Make an appointment or just walk in. That's Southwind Barbershop in Rogersville, Alabama.
Oh, won't you hear me, people, when I say, well, let's all do something good.